Today I'm going to talk about Narcissa Whitman. She was an Oregon missionary, believed to be one of the first two white women to cross the Rocky Mountains on foot. She left behind accounts of her life as a missionary in the Oregon Territory with her prolific letters home to her family in New York State. She, her husband, and others were killed by Indians in a savage attack on the mission. In the beginning, right after she married Marcus Whitman, a doctor and fellow missionary in 1836, they left for Oregon country and settled in what would later become Walla Walla, Washington. She wrote of the travails of rugged travel, such as fighting the current while fording strong rivers, and getting all of her belongings soaked each time. She described learning of the Indian ways. There's a manner of crossing which husband has tried, but I have not. Take on the elk skin and stretch it, overspreading yourself out as much as possible. Then let the Indian women carefully put you on the water, and with a cord in the mouth, they will swim and drag you over. The Whitman's mission officially begun in 1837, ministered to the Cayuse Indian tribe. Marcus held church services and practiced medicine while Narcissa taught school and managed their home. Already struggling with the unfamiliar customs of the Native Americans, she fell into a deep depression after her beloved toddler daughter drowned in the river behind her house. Her sorrow eased somewhat when she and her husband were working together in the mission. On November 1847, tensions between the missionaries and the local Cayuse turned deadly. Accounts say that after Narcissa refused to share milk with some tribespeople and shut the door in their face, they struck Marcus with a tomahawk in the back of the head and shot and whipped Narcissa. In total, 9 white people were killed and 2 more died days later. Scores were held hostage as the conflict, known as the Whitman Massacre, escalated into the Cayuse War. She and her husband and her daughter are all buried in Walla Walla, Washington. That's just another woman of pioneering history. Rebecca Boone wasn't the only formidable female in Daniel Boone's family. His daughter Jemima earned her own spot in the history books on July 14, 1776. That's when a Cherokee Shawnee raiding group abducted her, age 14, along with 2 other girls when they floated in a canoe near their Kentucky settlement. Demonstrating their own knowledge of frontier ways, the quick-witted teens left trail markers as their captors took them away, bending branches, breaking off twigs, and leaving behind leaves and berries. Their rescue team, led by Daniel Boone himself, took just 2 days to follow the trail and retrieve the girls. The rescuers included Flanders Calloway, Samuel Henderson, and Captain John Holder, each of whom later married one of the kidnapped girls. This event became such an integral part of the frontier lore. Author James Fenimore Cooper included it in his classic novel, The Last of the Mohicans. One of the best-known women of the American West, the native-born Sacagawea, gained renown for her crucial role in helping the Lewis and Clark expedition successfully reach the Pacific coast. Born in 1788 in what is now Idaho, she was a member of the Lemhi Band of the Native American Shoshone tribe. At the age of 12, she was kidnapped by a war party of Hadasta Indians and taken to their home in the Hadasta Mandan village near modern-day Bismarck, North Dakota. Around 1803, Sacagawea, along with other Shoshone women, was sold as a slave to the French-Canadian fur trader Toussaint Charbonne. She soon became pregnant, giving birth to his son, Jean-Baptiste Charbonne, in February 1805. Meanwhile, after the U.S. government had completed the Louisiana Purchase, the President Thomas Jefferson dispatched Meriwether Lewis and William Clark to chart the new land and scout a northwest passage to the Pacific coast. And after more than a year of planning and initial travel, the expedition reached the Hadasta Mandan settlement. Here they met Sacagawea and Charbonne, whose combined language and skills provided invaluable, especially Sacagawea's ability to speak to the Shoshone. Sacagawea, along with her newborn baby, was the only woman to accompany the 31 permanent members of the Lewis and Clark expedition to the western edge of the nation and back. She proved invaluable in the explorers not just for her language skills, but also for her naturalist knowledge calm nature, and ability to think quickly under pressure. When a squall nearly capsized a vessel they were traveling in, she was the one who saved crucial papers, books, navigational instruments, medicines, and other provisions, while also managing to keep herself and her baby safe. In appreciation, Lewis and Clark named their branch of the Missouri River for Sacagawea. She died at the age of 25, not long after giving birth to her daughter. Clark became the legal guardian to both of her children. Yet another woman pioneer in our history.